In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to deploy virtual machines using the new VMware Cloud on AWS with Tanzu services. This capability is part of the VM service feature, which is part of Tanzu services, and will enable developers to self-serve and request virtual machines just like they can with Tanzu Kubernetes cluster using Kubernetes declarative interfaces. This will enable the best of both worlds on whether they want to deploy containerized-based workloads to a Kubernetes infrastructure or a traditional application that may reside on a virtual machine. Before we can get started, we need to set up a vSphere content library and import the VM images that can be used with the VM service. Today, VMware provides two OVAs that can be downloaded at the VMware Marketplace. One is a CentOS VM and another is an Ubuntu image. Depending on the needs of your organization, you may use one or both of these images. Once the OVA has been uploaded, go ahead and navigate to the vSphere namespace that you wish to enable this VM service images. Once you've imported the OVA images, go ahead and navigate to your vSphere namespace, and we'll go ahead and add the additional content library containing our VM images that will be used for the VM service. Once the VM images have been synced, a developer can now get access to these VM images. They can now list the available VM images that are available for consumption by running kubectl git VM image. Next, they can request a virtual machine or a set of virtual machines by creating a YAML manifest that contains the request. Here we need to specify the image name, which is going to be our CentOS image, the class name or the virtual machine classes, the VM storage policies, and since we're using NSXT, the networking will be automatically configured. We can also add additional parameters such as setting up the initial password or even SSH keys. And finally, to create the VM request, we just run kubectl apply and specify our VM YAML manifest. And our VM has now been requested. If we switch to the vSphere UI, the cloud administrator will now see that a VM has been requested and is placed under the vSphere dev namespace. Here we can see the VM service is now fetching the CentOS image and going and deploying it based on the developer's request. And in a couple minutes, you'll see that the VM has been successfully provisioned and an IP address has been allocated out of the CIDR addresses that was configured earlier. And now this VM is now available for developers to consume.